What's up, guys? Marvelous Mark here, and I'm here to bring you another video. I know it's been a while. I'm sorry about that, but today I'm going to be reviewing Game of Thrones Season 7. This season was probably one of the best seasons. I think Season 3 and probably Season 6 are probably one of my, these are my top 3 seasons that I like. But Season 7 was a really good one. It was really fast paced, and we got directly to the points that we needed to get to, you know? I'm gonna start off with the finale, and then like I'll add little things that happened in previous episodes. 'Cause it was just how many? 7. It was 7 episodes this season. So in the finale, we finally get to see everyone come together because of the threat, which is the White Walkers. We get to see everyone in the Dragon Pit. We see Cersei, Jon Snow, Daenerys, Tyrion finally meeting back with his brother and sister. We see the Hound. The Mountain is there too. Who else? Podrick, Bronn. Brienne of Tarth is there, Euron, Theon, Yara's not there. I'm pretty sure Euron is still holding her hostage somewhere, or she's not back at the Iron Islands, I wouldn't think, but he's holding her hostage somewhere. But that Dragon Pit scene was really intense, and it actually, even though it wasn't an action scene, it still got me excited. Just seeing every single character in one area like that is just really intense, just especially with Cersei, the queen. You know, they basically, I hear everyone on like social media, they're calling her the Mad Queen. I don't know, like I really, at the beginning of the episode, I really thought when they finally showed her the White Walker, I thought she was really scared. I thought she was really terrified of it. And she was, of course, she was, but she still had a plan, because when Euron seen that, he ended up like tucking his tail and leaving, you know? But he wasn't actually leaving. He was going back to Essos to get the Golden Company to come back with 20,000 soldiers, I think. She's the elephants and something else. But still, that is a lot of soldiers that they are getting back to basically not take on the dead. They're actually gonna hope that I'm guessing they're hoping that the living will win, which is Jon Snow and co. They would win, and the Golden Company would just wipe the rest of them out. But either way, I really don't see like the logic in Cersei's plan, because what if the dead wins and then they just reanimate everyone who just died? And that's a lot of people. I don't know what army. I don't know if Jon Snow's gonna use the Veil in season 8. I don't know like how all this is gonna work, but there's still a lot of people. And Cersei, even with the Golden Company, even with elephants, just imagine all 3 dragons killed by the White Walkers, and Rosen back by the Night King. So there's 3 dragons. There's hundreds of thousands of White Walkers. It's like you won't be able to beat that. They would trample over you and they would take over. And like Euron, he was telling he was gonna go back to his island. He told Daenerys to go back to her island. Either way, the Night King's gonna find a way to sell, or they're gonna figure out they can actually go underwater and swim underwater, walk underwater, and get to where they need to get so they can take more, you know, just basically take all of Westeros back. But yeah, that Dragon Pit scene was really, really good. I really liked it. We also got the death of Peter Dinklage. I mean, not Peter Dinklage, Littlefinger, Peter Baelish. Sorry about that. Peter Baelish, he ended up dying by Arya's hands, but the dagger that he gave her actually gave Bran back in season 1. That tried to kill Bran in season 1. He gave it to Bran, then Bran gave it to Sansa, and then I think Sansa gave it to Arya. So it just really switched hands through the whole season 7. And he finally got what was coming to him. He ended up dead. That was one of the major deaths in season 7. So that was pretty intense. So yeah, that's Littlefinger right there. What else? Jon Snow, we finally get to see that the marriage was legitimate between Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark. And now Jon Snow is like fully, not fully Targaryen, he's half and half. He's Targaryen and he's a Stark, but still, he still had the Targaryen blood, and Rhaegar was his father, so he's the rightful heir to the Iron Throne. And season 8 is going to be really interesting, because I wonder if he's going to tell Daenerys or if he's just going to keep it to himself. Because he can keep it to himself, but still I feel like that's like conflict inside him. Like he's going to have problems with himself, because he's a very honest man. He's exactly like Ned Stark. He's honest, he keeps to his word like he said in the finale. So I don't know how that's going to work with that. If Daenerys is gonna retaliate, I don't know what she would do. We see them get together. It was his aunt, so you know it's kind of weird. But I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird. But I mean, they don't know it, and I know in the Targaryens they would sleep with each other to keep their bloodlines pure. I believe, I think so. I read that somewhere, and yeah, that was something right there. And at the end of the episode, we get to see the Night King and Viserys, the reanimated Viserys. He seems more faster, more stronger. It's just like a whole other dragon. It's not an ice dragon. It's people are calling it Frostfire. What he's coming out instead of fire, because it can't. Why would ice destroy a whole wall of ice? I don't understand that. But yeah, Frostfire. Just really cool to see. You see all of the dead just there, just watching over, just going over the wall. The walls finally come down. It wasn't the whole wall. It was Eastwatch, I believe. So that's just down, and the dead's just walking straight towards. And basically, Winterfell is the major big target that I'm pretty sure they don't know that it's right there, but that's one of the major targets, and that's where everyone's going back to right now. So in season 8, I wonder if everyone's just going to be there. Jon Snow, you know, Davos, Brianna Tarth, you know, everyone over there. And if they're gonna battle it at the beginning, I don't know how season 8 is gonna work, because it's gonna be 2 major battles between I guess the Lannisters and the Golden Company versus Jon Snow, and then Jon Snow versus the Night King, or maybe the Night King ends up defeating Jon Snow and Night King faces that army. I don't know. It could go either way. What else we see? That's pretty much it with the finale, I believe. I can't remember anything else that that stood out that much. Sansa's performance this whole season, it was okay. She kind of acted like a bitch a lot, and it was it annoyed me a little bit, because to me she seemed blinded, but now it paid off in the finale. But through the rest of the episodes, it's like I really thought she was believing into Littlefinger's, like, his lies and everything like that. After all these seasons, like, you still listen to Littlefinger, you still believe everything he's saying. Like, it was a little weird to me that was still going on, you know. But the finale, it made up for that, and I guess she was playing him the whole time, or maybe she realized it at the last second with Arya. You know, I don't know how that was, but through the whole season, she really annoyed me the whole time. So that was one of the downs for me of this season. Just Sansa, just annoying, you know. Tyrion, Peter Dinklage, he did awesome, you know. He's always a good actor. He's always amazing in his roles, you know. He always has that emotion. Emilia Clarke in this season with Daenerys, you know, just her coming back to Westeros and wanted to claim the Iron Throne, you know. We had 2 spoils of war that episode with her and her, finally, the Dothraki screamers, you know, they're going in there, just taking down the Lannister forces like nothing, like, and then the dragon just flying there, and, you know, seeing Bronn with the scorpion, just shooting it and trying to take it down, but, you know, it doesn't work. Now, one of those things are not gonna work. I still don't see how they have perfect aim. They don't not have perfect training to shoot down a dragon. I don't see what you can train with in the air to shoot down a dragon. I mean, you could have aim, but still you have to shoot down a dragon. It's not the same as just shooting a person. It's moving in the air. So I don't see how Bronn or anyone is gonna take down a dragon like that with a scorpion. So it was weird. But yeah, Emilia Clarke, you know, those episodes with her burning the Tullys too, the Tarlys, that was intense. Still, like, Peter Dinklage, like I said, amazing acting. You know, I really got behind him instead of Daenerys sometimes in some of these episodes, because he's more open-minded, and Daenerys just wants to get to the point. She wants to claim what is hers, and I don't blame her. You know, she's coming back to what is supposed to be hers, except till now we know Jon Snow is the rightful heir. We know that, but Daenerys, she's coming back and she just wants it, and she's gonna do whatever she has to do to get it. But now she has to worry about the White Walkers and the Night King, and now that's her main focus right now, and which is really cool to see. Also in the episode before the finale, Beyond the Wall, Jon Snow, the Hound, Tormund, Gendry, Thoros. I can't remember the other one. They both have the fire swords. The Lord of the Light guys, the Brotherhood. I can't remember the other one's name. But they were all beyond the wall, and they were fighting the White Walkers. That was such an intense scene. That was beautifully choreographed, directed, everything. You know, that was a really good episode. It was really fast paced. It was really weird. We got point A, point B, point C. I think it was only 3 areas in that episode actually. Beyond the Wall, Winterfell, and I think King's Landing. I could be wrong, but those are the 3 places I think. But yeah, that episode was really, really good. I really liked it. It was probably, I would say, one of the best episodes this season. And just seeing Daenerys still come down with her dragons, all 3 this time, and she's taking down the White Walkers. But the Night King, him too, he has really good aim, taking down Viserys, and basically he knew what he was doing. He was trying to get every single dragon. I don't know if it was a trap for Daenerys, but if it was, he laid a perfectly good trap, because it was just really, really good. And he took down the dragon. He could have had more dragons. He could have had them all dead. But we see Benjen also die this season. Benjen dies. The Queen of Thorns, she dies in the 2nd episode, I believe. She dies in the 2nd. That's when the Lannisters were actually getting the upper hand. Jaime Lannister, he ends up leaving too. King's Landing in the finale also. Forgot to say that. He ends up leaving. And I don't know where he's going. Bronn, we see Bronn. I don't think he ends up leaving King's Landing. Podrick, you know, just a lot of good stuff in this whole season. Even the finale, just a little callback to like season 1 and other seasons. You know, it was really, really good. I really enjoyed this season. Yeah, guys, so that is my review for Game of Thrones season 7. I'm going to leave a subscribe button right here so you can click. Make sure you hit that like button and come back and check back for more.